this West Indian island, Jamaica, Commonwealth. And this is according to the Independence Act of 1962. Now, relying upon the Constitution, first and foremost, the Constitution must mean what it says. The people inhabiting the Jamaica Commonwealth state do have constitutional rights which the state government, its judiciary, meaning its judges, its legislative branch and its executive branch must respect and protect. From our basic observation, it's safe to say the judiciary would be the mommy and daddy for the political society or the political community. First night I upload a tape where I share the distinction between the government and the state, and where the government, i.e. of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica represent the Jamaica Commonwealth state. Now, the learned people in a parliament will never express it this way, because everybody want assume power for themselves. But when we read the document itself for ourselves, then this is when we can gain clarity. Yeah, when I need an attorney, fair tell we their opinion, because the attorney, all attorneys are member of a guild, the Bar Association. So there'll always be conflict of interest. They'll always be partial to their signatory or their parent company, their foreign masters. The guild originate around in Europe somewhere, period. So again, because the Constitution is in place as the supreme law of the land, and the very said Constitution dictate any other law that is contrary or in conflict with this supreme law of the land, this supreme law shall stand. This supreme law shall prevail. And when we are talking about Constitution, we like to be specific. We are talking about chapter 3, where you find the charter or the contract of fundamental rights and freedoms. We are being specific, not being general. So when we make reference to the Constitution, we are talking the Constitution as amended by assent 2011 by the Governor General, whose office represents the head of state, separate and distinct from the government of Jamaica, which is the fiscal agent or the corporation or the instrumentality of the state. The government of Jamaica, its corporate body politic, represent the Jamaica Commonwealth state. Why am I say Jamaica Commonwealth state? Because Jamaica is synonymous with Commonwealth according to the Independence Act of 1962. The item of it, go peruse that document and read it slowly and carefully using legal lexion so you can ascertain the meaning and the definition of words being used. It's not ordinary. It's all legalese, meaning it have a legal definition to these terms. So don't make these, fancy dressing, smooth speaking politician deceive you. Their time has come. Now at the time of correct information, accurate information, what I'm called knowledge. Now another time where you got to anyone outside of yourself per se, seek anything, you got to discover say it all revolve around you. Each and every one of us play our part. Each and every one of us is connected. All are there upon the same piece of planet or the piece of earth. And the very same air, the very same demonic presence, the very same angelic, divine presence is here. So all are we have access. However, you have a set of people who we can call psychopaths, who view people as property, where them can own, where them can trade amongst themselves. And only because of the conditioning of the people, the state of the condition of the people and inner, where them just focus on the material, instant self-gratification, then them really miss the true activity, the true action. Them kind of swept away with the CIA theoretical illusion. Yeah man, why I say CIA? Because that is the Central Intelligence Agency will create all kind of event. They stage all kind of situations. And they are the ones who I won't say them invent, but them usurp the movie scene, the movie area, the media area, Hollywood. So this is how them shape the perception of the people by these programming. And when I say the telecommunication companies are associated with this agency, it's just basic logic. NASA, CIA, information and data. One connection. One connection, people. More than 20 years ago, probably about 30 years ago. Long time. Well, when I just get arrested and have to use the phone, them record my voice. And when them record my voice, them save that recording and log it in them database of NASA. So anywhere me there in the world wants me alive and use the phone, them can always identify me with that voice recognition technology what them have. So I've been aware of this for more than 20 years. And is also aware of most of them technology what them bring forward, but even to this day, our common people are clueless. there is a distinction, there is a separate and distinct, you'd have said, entities functioning out there, just like how you have a dual system where them have what is positive and what is negative, what is good and what is bad, what is up and what is down. This is what is going on out there. And right now, you'd have said the negative forces permeate the place, but it's only for a time. All of these things are natural in nature. And we're always confident with the victory of good over evil. Them things that are already set in nature. And this is why we have to rely upon the Constitution, which is there as the supreme law of the land. Yeah, man. In point of fact, a real conflict exists between the Bill of Rights and the concept of judicial immunity. I remember, the judges or the judicial system or the court system is like a gatekeeper, them is. And when you go through them now, decimate whatever them I deal with, that's when you can truly walk with your chest high and say, boy, stop me now, challenge me now. You understand? Because you move with truth. And remember, the negative energy of you move with fallacy, lies. So them are going to say them have judicial immunity, and we are going to say, boy, how? If there's a supreme law and you go outside of that, there goes your judicial immunity. Yeah, man. And now we have to hammer this very court system into compliance with the Constitution, regardless of the cost. And we have to do that. We, the people, the man and woman, we're cognizant of these things, and we have to do that. We now can assume that the judges wrote the common law according to how them have it constructed, and it constitutes a conflict of interest for them to use the very common law to establish immunity doctrines that protect them from all damage claims for their violation of guaranteed rights, procedures, rules, laws, and other guarantees of due process, access to courts, and timely justice. All of them things are what me have first hand knowledge of. This is why I can probably talk this way. I'm not going to talk if I fear guess it, or if it's just theoretical. I talk about the practical, everyday step, all of my experience. It's over a year now I go through this legal process, and I have to go through it because I saw the common people have to see it. We're not going to come fancy like this and that and we can do it now. You walk the walk. That way when you make your talk, no dog now got, even whimper, much less for bark. Because if you have first-hand knowledge, stand down. Yeah, don't be a clown. Just stand down. You have first-hand knowledge. Stand down. Yeah, man. So we said judges wrote the common law, and it constitutes a conflict of interest for the judges to use said common law to establish immunity doctrines that protect them, these judges, from all damage claims for their violation of rights, procedure, rule, laws, and other guarantees of due process, access to the court, and timely justice. Common law immunity have no constitutional foundation. In fact, with the Independent Act, and again, we can't even use just the Jamaica system per se. We have to look outside in other jurisdiction and I look upon their formulation, because the very same thing them apply to our location. And we can look at the mainland, Declaration of Independence specifically railed against immunity enjoyed by the king and his agents and military in the colonies. Remember, Jamaica was a colony of these British people who call themselves king and queen, we sit down upon crown, upon some throne, and say them have some imaginary crown. This is the British system. So these people circumventing those immunity constitute a major reason for the war of independence from English rule. So this is why the mainland people separate themselves from the British rulership. So they say, but by way of the banking system where the Vatican rule everything, but the Vatican want, shield themselves, so them place the banking system as agent for govern the very Vatican affairs. So when we think they are separate, they are not. This is why you see the Pope can bless the Godfather, organized crime figures, and give them authority for go loot, rob and kill out there. No different from when the very same sodomite Pope from the Church of Rome pass him papal bull and him eat it and send him vagabond people here in the Americas in order to colonize us. Yeah, man. And them achieve some semblance of success, because here we are now under British tyrannical rule. However, it's safe to say the very British implement what is known as the Bill of Rights within their construct to govern the colonists, which are these politicians who always treat the common folk as their personal servant or some kind of slave. This is why we place emphasis on the Constitution and will be specific when we talk about Chapter 3, the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms. Everything else are just the corporation or the corporate government internal use. All of those who want to be in cabinet, who want to be what is what, that's fine. What we concern about is the violation of our inherent dignity, the breach of these agents' oath of office, where they took a vow to secure and protect the people very well and to uphold the Constitution, the very laws of the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Now, because the state, which is a commonwealth, Jamaica Commonwealth, as a state, has been vacated, then the corporation, which is the fiscal agent, usurp the authority of the Commonwealth state and impose their public policy, because they are in a corporate capacity. They can only deal with the legal entity or deal with other corporations. However, by silent deception and inducement to participate in commercial fraud, they will have the common people believe that the piece of paper, which is the surety, that sophisticated financial instrument, is in fact them, when in fact the name on that birth certificate is in all cap, which represent a registered organization or a business trust. All you have to do is do the basic research, stop being lazy, stop allowing these fancy people to give you their fancy story. It's for their interest. It's for their benefit. The corporate government can give you absolutely no benefit because it has no benefit to give. It's in a trusteeship role. That's its position. So all it can do is deceive you and offer you privileges. No benefit. You're already the beneficiary once you possess a birth certificate. You're born, come see it. You didn't create it. But it is your responsibility to do the basic research to figure out what it is, what's its purpose, and what's its meaning. There is no way these corporations can dictate terms and conditions to the living man and woman of this earth. It is impossible. It's only by silent deception and inducement, by fraud. This is where they coerce you, threaten you, and place you under duress, and have you capitulate, or, submit or give in and make some kind of plea. This is why when I make plea with demonic entities, when I make plea with artificial construct, when I make plea, prove your case. If you bring a claim, prove your case. And before you can bring a claim, make sure you're credible. You understand? Because if you're not an injured or damaged party, you can't bring a claim. You bring contempt upon that court. And the court is always the documentation, not necessarily the building. And all you people are foreigners in my land, doing business in my land. This is what makes I, as man, sovereign in my capacity. No government corporation, being in a corporate capacity, can attain absolutely no form of sovereignty. When they speak about sovereign powers, they should correct that and say delegated powers. But they can never be sovereign, not being an artificial entity. So these are the things we have to gain, my people. You understand? For have clarity. What is, as they would say, real and what is not. What is factual, that can be demonstratable and verifiable, and what is fictional, that cannot be proven. Yeah, man. So we have to know that all men have the right to redress and grievance in the courts, to due process of law, and to constitutional protection of privileges and immunities. And the contravening judicial immunity doctrine is fundamentally and unconstitutionally arbitrary and capricious, in spite of any one of these Chief Justice opinion. The Constitution, Jamaica Constitution, does not authorize it as a technique for undermining the rights guaranteed in the said Constitution. It falls in the same class as whimsical, boy, I should have touched upon that, but again, it falls in the scheme, in the same class as whimsical imprisonments for contempt of court without trial by jury, also unconstitutional. if an act by any person would violate guaranteed, secured constitutional rights, then the same act by any judge also unconstitutionally violate those rights. Yeah, man. And all in all, when I chant, I hear me talk about no lawsuit and me I try, bring this a claim. I just share information for you, say, boy, At least them not go have no excuse to say them not know or them not, them clueless about what it is. We have to just share information so our people can get up. Because without the information, we're not going to know it. Yeah, man. And I, man, always find myself with some rotted information where it's just a matter of taking your time and going through them and, removing the contradictions and then see what you can use and move forward. But I am going to consider filing a tort, lawsuit or claim against the judge and against this court clerk and against the 2 police officers, A. Edwards and M. Morgan. Yeah, I'm going to try to seek remedies that will not interfere with judges' judicial functions. But definitely I'm going to ask for equitable relief through a declaratory judgment, and that is under the Bill of Rights. That the judge and fellow conspirators, which is the court clerk, B. Kelly, Senior Sergeant of Police, A. Edwards, and Constable at the time, Andel Morgan, these are the conspirators that violated my secured, guaranteed constitutional rights. Because it said, I have freedom of movement, and police just arbitrarily stop me, take on my vehicle, kidnap me, imprison me, and then give me a notice of recognizance of 100,000 I have to pay 2 times. Because they must say, I'm a surety. You understand? And when I do the basic research, I discover that them perpetrate fraud. Yeah, them a criminal. Because the moment them step outside of the supreme law of the land, then them are outlaws in office. Because now it's safe to say them are operate under public policy, which is color of law, colorful law. You understand? And them a try fleece my trust entity, which is my surety, my birth certificate account. Because the birth certificate is an infant estate, and the infant estate have a trust fund attached to it, my people. When we talk this way, it seems far-fetched, but you see later, when I get it, I'm going to smile and say, give thanks for it. Yeah, man. And this is what these people, the judiciary, these so-called judges, I'm not going to separate the inferior court from their Supreme Court personnel. It's one and the same. They are all working for the government of Jamaica. And the government of Jamaica represent Jamaica Commonwealth State. And we can look at Organization of American States. You'll see Jamaica being a member of that group. So when people talk about to Jamaica, you're clueless. At least listen to what we have said, do the basic research, and then come back to I until I say I wrong, and bring the clarity so we can learn and we all move forward. But I man can't listen to these politicians because most of them dunce like rat bat. what degree, them buy these things. University of the West Indies not have no credibility. Because if I didn't go there, and me know these things, and any one of these university students you put in front of me, I'll embarrass him easily. Bring the professor, anyone. Any senior professor. Because the moment them not have my knowledge, I remove all authority from them. It's that simple. And this is why we love truth. And this is why now we are falling in love with commerce. Because truth is sovereign in commerce. And we are sovereign man. So we have to come with truth. And truth is always, our foundation. Truth shall always be our anchor. You will tell you anywhere truth there, you're going to find we itch up somewhere. And when truth gone, so shall we be gone. Yeah, man. So this is our philosophical reasoning from our point of view, our perspective. Grassroots. Yeah, man. Greater Portmore, Jamaica. Yeah, man. From the rock. Yeah, man. I have an image with me and Julia. I tell you, is I, man, cut her umbilical cord. Because me there in the hospital with her and go through the whole process with her mom. So, it's a whole different experience, people. This is why I can't take talk from some of them sodomite out here. What them don't know nothing about, what we are present or what we are talk about. Them is just some comfortable slave we are hunt money. Yeah, man. And the moment them gone on the hunt there, then we know so the part where them depend is illusionary. Because most don't know what is money. Them don't know so them themselves is that money. You are that currency. You are that energy. Yeah, man. But you just have to know that. Anyway, 30-minute mark, Yeah, man. And we can touch upon, me that say, boy, I'm going to file a tort claim against these people and make a seek equitable relief through a declaratory judgment against the judge and the court clerk and the 2 police officers, all conspirators. And then me go say respecting being jailed for a non-jailable offense. I man have to go seek an injunction, yeah man, with my compensation. And because me an attorney, in fact, I go seek attorney's fees. Yeah man. Step by step, people. Step by step. And then after that, I go file a tort claim against the government of Jamaica for injury caused by improper control of its rogue agents, i.e. the judge, the court clerk, and the 2 police officers. They are rogue agents. Because I can't go through this thing for more than a year. And I can't get no timely justice. So we know something else is going on. These people are, criminals in office. This is all we have to say. Yeah, man, because me know them can't present an antecedent contract where my wet ink signature is a part of. It is impossible. And because I renunciate my Jamaican citizen, separating, extricating myself from the political entity known as the government of Jamaica, and placing myself firmly where Jamaica commonwealth state is. According to the legal document, that's what it is. And when we say the commonwealth state, we are taught the West Indian island known as Jamaica. We call it Zamayaka. Some people say Jamaica. It's the ones them without this ancestral spirit now can present information this way. Them now go find interest for ascertain them kind of information. Yeah. This is why we not for guess, we not for wonder who and what we are. You understand? Because I am my ancestors, and my ancestors is I. So there is no illusion. We have to share information for pierce through this veil what them have over our people face. And truth have to prevail, just like how the fundamental rights and freedom, the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom shall prevail. Why? Because that's where the truth is. Parliament shall make no law, nor no organ of the state, meaning the judicial, the executive, executive, what's the next one? No organ of the state. And the administrative branch. Yeah, man. So if Parliament can make no law, and no organ of the state shall take no act to abrogate, infringe, and abridge the people's inherent fundamental rights and freedom that is secured and guaranteed by the very charter, which is the Bill of Rights for Jamaica. And this is the Constitution as amended. Then when them go against these things, then we have to go rebel. We can't just protest. We have to go rise up and stand up in a truth. So if you deal with the contract, then let it be known. We need full disclosure. Any claim where your agent, your government agent, bring forward, it have to be substantiated. You have to validate these claims. And whoever bring the claim have to be credible. It have to be under penalty of perjury, certified and sealed. This is how you demonstrate your credibility. Now when you know you can't do all of these things and a man like I present it that way, then you have to stand down. So when them said the legislative, executive and judicial, the legislative was what I miss. The legislative branch, where you have some people that talk about them a right law and them clueless. Most of them are foreign people. When I say foreign, meaning them not have original blood that run through them. Them probably mix like the Shaggy and the Sean Paul type and the Camellia Johnson type. Mix up, mixed breed, biracial, foreign. And their interest is always such. But they represent what is known as the colonists. All the corporations and the people and where operate these corporations. Them represent the colonists like they are our colonial masters. So them just send us statement and expect us not to study, do the research, and respond to them statement in kind. When them send their presentment, it is in fact an offer. And them always need our endorsement to verify or validate our acceptance But true, we always give them some naked acceptance. When I put on clothes on it, when I dress it up, then them just do what they want. And when I secure or autograph or mark or signature, when I secure our communication or literature. So now that we are aware of these things and we are function accordingly, it will change a lot of things. This is what I'm saying. It's subtle, you know. But this is how we have to approach these people. Because most of them cannot read and write. I'm telling you, people. Most of them, you hear me say 9 parts of speech, them are going to wonder what him a talk about. Because them not get that in them university. You understand? Them now can create a sentence structure and can verify that sentence structure mathematically. They'll never be able to do that. Yet, a simple man such as I, we the people in a greater Portmore, here in Jamaica, we can do that. We can write a contract where certify mathematically front way and back way. We can do that. And these things you develop by way of yourself taught. Autodidactic, my people. So I don't depend upon these people for nothing. The government of Jamaica can't say them do this for me or that for me where I owe them any kind of duty or obligation. I don't owe them nothing at all. I don't owe the public absolutely nothing at all. I must salute my police in my area, the good ones, God. I always say good and bad there. Because the other day, I walk down the road, Labor Day, we paint up a bridge and paint up a couple of little places and things, you know. And in the evening, I walk as usual, always I walk. And it's a police vehicle that turned the corner upon me and give me one of them friendly blow there. 2 police lady that drive the vehicle. So by the time I reach my corner, you know, stretch 2 times and turn my back, turn around and walk, come forward. I see them at the park and like them have gift basket and things. So I just start messing around saying, listen, I'm great. I'm an old man. Can I get a gift basket? And, you know, mess around like that. And them kind of, you know, well, the dude where they think about it and thing, and for the brethren around the park and thing. Elder, I always know the elders them for years, you know. And them are probably ex-service member, you know that, bro. So the lady, the sergeant said, boy, she have to take a picture with me. And when me hear that, I just smile and say, yeah, man. But let's take it in front of the police vehicle. You know what I mean? But at the time, I never have my credit for my phone for exchange a number, forget the image. So I say later I would have touch base with the brethren and get that image and then I just share it for my YouTube to make some people out there know say and I like man anti-police. Never that because I know say them a man and woman like every other man and woman. Them just a work in our company, in our corporation. You understand? And as such, them in a corporate capacity where them under obligation, them have to be bonded, them have to have insurance to work out there. And them have a out of office where them not mind a breach because them a get bucketive from them judges and them corrupt court clerk where push paperwork behind the scenes and appoint judge for come be referee when them, you know, it's all conflict of interest. So if we not apply ourselves, know what go on, then we're going to have a problem. And a man like me now have a problem, I share this kind of information freely. I share with intellectual property freely. And I tell you, so I have to bring a lawsuit against the government for injury caused by improper control of their rogue agents, these judges and court clerk and police officers. The state has a vicarious liability Yeah, man. Because these agents status as servant of the state. So this is why notice the agent is notice the principal. You know what I mean? So when we say vicarious liability, here we are using it, so the state has a vicarious liability because of these agents' status as servant of the state. And therefore, servants of the people from whom all state delegated, you know, say authorities flow. I mean, I said them have sovereign powers. It's always delegated authority. Delegated powers, that's it. We can say the state has primary liability for wrongful exercise of delegated powers by its judiciary and by extension the conspirators, other agents, of which the judges, the court clerk, operate as a component and which is an element of the government. And the government is the representative of the state. So these are the things where we have to, start talk about over and over so it become crystal clear to even some of these so-called lawmakers, policy enforcers. Because them clueless of what them really are do. Them just are, follow orders, dunce like rat but blind out there, but them give a big shot and they'll deceive you, they'll fool you, because them are wear some Armani suit, them are drive some car where worth value way more than the house where you live in. You understand? So when them speak, you can believe them. A man like me, I bun them and run them, lick out them teeth. Yeah, with truth. Only with truth. Let them rebut our truth. Rebut that. Yeah, man. So a whole heap of avenues we can attack these people. And so every person acting under color of law, meaning public policy without full disclosure, to liability for depriving any man or woman of them fundamental rights and freedoms secured and guaranteed by the Jamaica Constitution and laws. Now, the next thing we can look at is for file a RICO lawsuit against the Bar Guild, yeah man, members of the state, and actually target them erroneous conduct, because we can look and list a plethora of things where them permit. Yeah man, and why RICO? Because they are the organization. Organized criminal them, but them is on the macro level, why them decimate the micro level. So them alone for be the bully on the top dog when them in a corporate capacity and they're only public servants. You understand? Yeah man. So we can file a RICO lawsuit, a RICO claim against the bar, against them pompous attorney. Yeah man. Yeah man. And carry it on a different level because they are all racketeers. Yeah man, we can really look into these things. But again, I man just a share information to make ones know say, listen man, time of the master all things, and time expose everything. Sometimes them say it may be long, but not forever. And you people are going to be held accountable. If not today, tomorrow. But you shall be held accountable. And when I say may, we say shall. Because a phone name upon the instrument them. When all a guy like D. Kelly withhold him first name, say I'm a criminal. When these people withhold them first name from you, them a function in a criminal capacity. Yeah, man. And you have to call them out. This is the issue where we have. We don't have nobody where really up on this level where can, call out these corrupt criminals and be specific, not just generally. We have to be specific. This is your act that you commit. You understand? Anyway, step by step out there, people. Pass through again and share some more information and throw it up out there. And, we just keep it moving. Yeah, because we know life goes on and on and on and on into perpetuity. This is how we stay free. Yeah, man. And this is how we'll always be. Salute free people. The one them will exist in Jamaica, commonwealth, state. And I can say salute to the government of Jamaica, statutory citizens, those legal persons that are clueless of their state of condition. So we have to bring information, to bring honorable clarification. Yeah, man, create a separation of entity. Yeah, and that is your first step in your pursuit of being free. Because you do have a surety, and the surety will always stand in your place to protect and secure your interests. Just like that. Yeah, man. Simplicity, people. Stay bold and brave. Stay firm and strong. Salute.